And with that, we're going to move on to one that I think is really interesting. That's probably going a little slept on, and not just because I'm a Tennessee alum or a Tennessee fan, but I think this is a sneaky road game for the Vols as Tennessee heads to Starkville to face a red hot Mississippi State Bulldog squad. First up, this model favors Tennessee with a 68.1% win probability. Okay. And it projects roughly a 4.5 to 5 point win for the Vols. In other words, the Vols are expected to be about a 1-score favorite all the way down there in cowbell country. Okay. So let's deep dive it. Why is the model in this case favoring or leaning Tennessee? I think a big factor is Tennessee's offensive firepower under Josh Heupel. We saw it in the Syracuse game. We saw it in the Georgia game, the ETSU game, the UAB game. That offense is absolutely uncorking it this year. Even though they have had some hiccups, it is a very fast-paced unit capable of putting up a lot of points, and they have been outscoring opponents in the first quarter like, 21-0. I mean, it's been crazy. On the flip side, Mississippi's strength, one of their strengths this year is their defense. I think the Bulldogs have quietly been one of the stingiest defenses in the nation, even the SEC, allowing just 4.3 yards per play, only around 12 points per game. Now, some of that is overmatched competition, okay? But State is a tough unit. They could keep this game close. It even sets up a classic strength on strength. Tennessee's tempo and offense versus Mississippi State's very stingy and disciplined defense. Now, one concern for Tennessee is their own defense, especially the back end of that, the secondary. This gets talked about a lot. If you're tuning in, you've probably already heard this mentioned on multiple podcasts all season and this week, right? The Vols got torched by Georgia's passing attack 2 weeks ago, and they allowed like over 300 yards, almost 400 yards to UAB last week. Now, granted, Jalen Kitna was a good quarterback, and Tennessee was playing reserve units, but it makes you concerned there. Tennessee currently ranks near the bottom nationally in pass defense, or around 126. They're giving up about 279 passing yards per game. That's not a great stat anytime, but especially not when you're about to face Blake Shapen, who's been very efficient and effective leading this Bulldog Jeff Lebby offense. So the good news for Tennessee is that the Vols compensate with a very disruptive front seven. Those dudes get after it. Okay. Look at this pressure and havoc rate delta in favor of the Vols. That is a very, very good metric, very good pass rushing defense. That Vols front consistently ranks among the nation's best in tackles for loss. And despite what you've seen, they've actually been excellent on third downs. I know a lot of people will talk about Tennessee always giving up like third and long opportunities, but that front seven has been really good on third downs. They can create negative plays and get off the field when it counts, which will be key against, I think, another methodical tempo-based offense that Mississippi State brings to the table. So, do I agree with the model favoring Tennessee by a few points? I do. But I'm actually going to be pretty cautious with this pick. Tennessee has the higher ceiling offensively, and if they find a rhythm, they're going to put up enough points to win. I also trust that pass rush to cause some havoc and maybe rattle Shapen into a mistake or two. However, I will not be surprised if this one is tighter going into the fourth quarter. Mississippi State's defense is vastly improved from last year, and playing on the road in Starkville, it'll start mid-afternoon, like 3:15 or so, but the lights may come on before this thing's over with. With the clang of the cowbells, this is going to be no easy task. If the Bulldogs can capitalize on Tennessee's secondary issues, and if State's own offense, which is also improved, especially running the ball, if they could sustain some drives, they could absolutely pull an upset. Still, my pick is going to align with the model. Tennessee to win, maybe in a closer game that Vols fans might like, but in the SEC, all you need to do is win, especially on the road. All that matters is you come away at the end of the day with a W in that column. So Tennessee to win in a close one, going with the model here. Hey guys, while y'all are here, I appreciate you being here with us on YouTube. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell, because just like a Mississippi State cowbell, You don't want to miss the noise when we recap all this stuff on Sunday night. Now,